Hello everybody and welcome back to the Veras channel, and today, well, it's the end of the year, isn't it? So I figured that, for what will probably be my last video of 2024, I thought it would be fitting to kind of look back at this year and kind of recap everything that happened so far. The first thing that happened this year, specifically to this channel, is that this channel went from being Bioprism Studios to Veras, which for the people who are new here and don't know, the Veras channel, the Cartridge Crusaders channel, the Bioprism Studios channel as it is right now, the Sketch Orchestra, which is my music profile, my itch.io that has all my comics and the Bioprism anthology stuff, all of that stuff is categorized under my company, which is Bioprism Studios. And originally the home for that was here, and then I realized I wanted to do this and had to move all my projects. So I came back in January. I came back with that funny little update video where I was like, hey, I'm back. I have decided that this is what I'm gonna do. This is the new format for videos, with the green screen and me standing here holding this mic in weird ways like this. Every single person I show this to asks why I hold the mic like this. If you had to hold this mic for like an hour every time you recorded this video, you would understand why you would hold it like this. Point is, I came back, I had a beard, which was disgusting. Surprisingly, a video that had like no content attached to it got like almost 300 views, or I think it's like at 300 views right now. Why? It's totally fine, but it was just funny to me because I was like, why on earth did a video about a YouTuber that nobody knows like coming back and get so many views? I just thought it was funny, but I was touched. I was very happy at the attention that it got. Now we're here, and I'm at almost 250 subs, and I was at like not even 100 when the year started or something like that. So that's pretty crazy. It only took me 11 years, but I finally found what I'm good at, apparently. If you don't know, I started this YouTube channel back in August of 2013, where I used to do basically Let's Play content and also just kind of sketch-based comedy. Those videos are terrible. They're privated. Please don't find them or watch them. They're awful. We also introduced the Veras Variety Show, which was kind of my little attempt at making a game show, which I had a lot of fun with. Didn't really get a whole lot of reception when I posted them on the channel, which makes sense. Obviously, you guys are here for video essays. You're not here for a game show. But, it's a fun little distraction and also a nice little content deviation for whenever I don't have the time to do like a full-blown video essay. So at the end of this, and after every video that I've made this year and after every experience that I've had over the past 12 months, what have I learned? First and foremost, the thing that I learned is that I should not do long form or psychological horror experimental videos for a while. When I uploaded those videos to my channel, maybe it was the thumbnail, maybe it was something else, maybe it was something completely out of my control, or maybe because the video was too long or the other video was too short. When I posted those videos, they seemed to perform less favorably than the other videos where they were a bit shorter, they were a little bit more concise, and they had a lot more going into them. Granted, when I released the Crash Dummy video, that was still kind of early on. I got really ambitious really quickly, and I hadn't really found my style yet. It's still a fun watch though, so if you want to take a look, it's an hour. I think it's fun. The Desert Bus video was really fun to make. It was nice to kind of like try my hand at more of a cinematography type video. I had a lot of fun with it. A lot of people who said that it looks really cool, but obviously like, kind of a weird thing to do for a channel like this, which I completely understand, but I always kind of liked the idea of like completely normal kind of bending and slowly snapping over time, and that's kind of what that video was supposed to be. I know it was a little weird for people who, are so used to like this, and then they got that, and they were like, what the hell are you doing? I'm still gonna deviate with some stuff. I'm still gonna experiment, I guarantee you, with that, but maybe just a little less experimental going forward. After making a few videos on the channel and experimenting a lot with kind of my style and how I wanted the videos to look, I think I finally found my groove with the Super Mario Land video. Obviously, there were a few more tweaks that I had to make along the way, but that was like my first experimental, like finding my format video, and I think that honestly, it worked. I think I found it. I also definitely found my energy in that Sage video, which is very clear because in a lot of those earlier videos, I was exhausted and it showed. I think back to like the Corn Kids video, for instance, which I loved making that video. It was a lot of fun. It put me through hell. It was making that video where I realized like, this is what I want to do. Though maybe the video didn't come out as well as I was hoping it would, it still holds a good place in my heart, not only because of the game, but also just because of what that video meant for the channel. Another highlight for this year was the late bloomer video that I made during Pride Month, which honestly got way more attention than I was expecting it to get. I honestly only made that video because I thought it was very important to share my story and my experience, to kind of be like, hey, like, this is what I went through, this is what I'm going through, you know, this is what happened to me. And I shared that story, and I got so many people pouring their hearts out in the comments and were saying how much the video helped them, and that really felt nice, honestly. So what were my favorite videos that I worked on this year? Like I mentioned earlier, Corn Kid 64. As painful as it was to make that video, it was still a hell of a lot of fun. The game was really cool. It was really interesting. It was right up my alley. I think the video editing style came out really well, and I think that there was a lot of really fun moments in that, and although my energy wasn't as good as I was hoping it would be, I think the video still came out pretty close to how I wanted it to, so I was very happy with that. Marked a huge point for my channel, so if you haven't seen that video or even know what the heck I'm talking about, go check out Corn Kid 64. That video is available. My other favorite video that I made this year that probably takes the top spot for me was the Sage video of this year. There was a lot going into that video. There were so many moving parts, and there were so many different things I needed to account for, but the fact that I could talk about one of my favorite online conventions of all time was enough to push me through finishing the video. I'll be honest, I've gone back and watched that video, and it still makes me laugh. Same thing with the Cavern of Dreams video. I go back and it still makes me laugh, but Sage definitely probably takes my top spot this year because that was a lot of fun to make. And the video I dreaded making the most this year was Kid Clown Get Fucked. That game sucked. Okay, so now we're at the point of the video where everybody starts to get nervous. What is happening next year? Nothing. As in, nothing's changing. This year served as an experiment to see if I could even pull this off. Honestly, I had no idea if I was going to be able to do the thing that I wanted to do. I wasn't even sure if this format was going to work. I wanted to experiment to see if I could do it and if it would be fun. And since it passed that test with flying colors, yeah, I'm definitely coming back. Not to mention the creators of the Earthbound USA video sent me a personal email thanking me for my video, and that the entire office of people who made that documentary saw it, and I was very touched. Yeah, how the hell am I supposed to be like, yeah, no, I don't want to do this anymore. So what's in store for next year in terms of like content and stuff? Pretty much the same thing. Maybe every once in a while there's a bit of a deviation of content, but for the most part, it's just going to be video essays. It'll pretty much just be 2024 too. In terms of an upload schedule, I can't really afford to change it right now. As much as I would love to dedicate all of my time to doing this, just to making video essays and stuff, I need money. Since this isn't my full-time job, I obviously can only do this during my free time, so I'll try to post at least once or twice a month like I was doing this past year. I have my actual job, and then I have Cartridge Crusaders, which is another thing that requires a lot of my time, and then I have this channel, which also requires a lot of my time, and so trying to divide myself amongst all those while doing life stuff, which has been a bit of a mess lately, and a lot of other things that kind of need my attention. It's difficult to do this more than once a month. And then obviously with the Gauntlet season happening on the Cartridge Crusaders, it's just been kind of a lot, and a lot of my time has had to be dedicated towards that. If you haven't been watching the Cartridge Crusaders, go over there and check it out. We're doing a gauntlet right now. It's called the Nostalgia Gauntlet. It's basically where we post for 25 days in a row. Every day is a different game, and it's just games that are nostalgic to us and that kind of represent us as people. But anyway, I also want to hear from you guys. What was your favorite video from this year? What did you like about the videos? What did you not like? What worked? What didn't work? And I want to take that into consideration going into the new year. I'm really glad that this idea took off. I remember last year I was sitting there thinking to myself, I was like, what am I really good at? What is my niche that I can fulfill on the internet? And that's doing video essays about games that nobody has ever fucking heard of, or doing videos on games that everybody's heard of, but maybe having a take on it that not many people have said before, because I'm just that unique. But I'm really glad that I kind of found this. I'm really glad that I could start doing this, and I had a lot of fun, and I can't believe it's taken me 11 years to figure out that this is what I wanted to do, but I'm really glad that I found it, and I'm really glad that it seems to be working for me and for all of you. I don't know, I'm happy and I'm excited, and it's giving me a chance to play a bunch of games I've never played before and kind of bring light to games that should be getting more attention. Now I just gotta start thinking of concepts for next year. Like, I don't know, I've never played Chrono Trigger before. Like, fucks up with that, right? I also never finished Xenoblade Chronicles, so like, I don't know, hell, that game's like 80 hours, but still, I don't know. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. All of your support has been extremely, extremely appreciated. I want to build a community here where we can be honest with each other, but not cruel. You know what I mean? Just don't be an asshole. That's all I ask. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Again, appreciate all of you for making this such a fun year for me. I'm hoping next year is just as interesting with these videos and that I come up with more ways to hold this mic so more people can make fun of me. And with that, make sure to subscribe, make sure to like. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. See you later.